Good morning, chat. How's everyone doing? All right. Wow, another dumperoo in the overnight session, huh? Why can't this type of price action happen during the New York session? Just been a really tough market, guys. Really tough market. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Pareed, DJ, TJ, Singh, Ivo, John, ING, Shirag, Satya. How you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's go through the levels for today really quick. Let's start with the Nasdaq. This is going to be something that I need you guys to keep an eye on because it has some clean levels. So the Nasdaq here. All right, so if you look at it on a 30-minute time frame, all right, we get some pretty clean level. And let's just talk about the last couple session on the overhead. So you have 29. First, let's talk about the level that we're kind of bouncing off right now. So we talked about the 29,200 and the 29,247, right? This was an area of interest for us if if there's going to be a continuous weakness in the market, and we're kind of hitting that final target that we talked about, right? So keep an eye on this 29,200 to 29,240. This is where we bounce off multiple times, right? This was previous resistance a couple weeks ago. So if we do find some bids here, meaning that if buyers starts to get active, um, be careful. There's pressure. There's pressure to the downside, right? Key level that we're going to keep an eye on for today is going to be this 29,450 to 29,465. That's where you kind of had a little bit of a support here, and then once you broke through, large delta imbalance that came across, right? You got that push down, bouncing off of that 29,250 demand zone. If we are able to reclaim this level, I'm interested for a potential, you know, relief rally into the 29. We're probably going to look at the 29 580 to 29,600 first target, right? And if we do get some rejections here, that's also going to be a level of interest for me to participate in. All right, so you had this 29,600 is going to be key. Look at yesterday's price action. Rejection there in the afternoon. You broke above during the overnight session, acted as support, acted as support, acted as support, and you tested it during the pre-market when we came down and acting as a resistance. So keep an eye on that. 29,600 is going to be a key level, key supply level here for today. 4ES, going to be a little tricky because we have a huge supply zone. I know the market's open, but we don't really take a trade right in the first 15 minutes. But keep keep a close eye here on this. It's going to be from 7,710 all the way up to 7,724, like this whole area here. This is where we got to be careful of. I wanted to put this zone as a whole supply zone, but I think just putting the 7,710, keeping an eye on it, and then really that 7,720 to 7,724. And if we start breaking above the 7,724 area, biggest supply that we've seen, lots of transaction occurring, lots of absorption that occurred as well, right? At 7,740 to 7,746. I know I sound like a broken record, right? That 7,740 has been very key, very, very key. I've been mentioning it even the beginning of this week, right? Before we even touch this level. And look what's happening. This is where we're finding resistance now. So watch out for that level. I did see some transaction this morning around the 7690 to 7692. So this is an area of interest as well. We're kind of getting that push now, but let's see how price reacted to 7692, 7690. If we're supported here, I'm interested in taking this to the upside. If we start to break below the 7690, I'm interested in taking that to the downside. All right. Good luck today. Stay patient. Hopefully, we get some really good movements today and not a choppy action. Would really hate it. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Keep an eye on the 7,700 psychological level as well. As you can see here, right, during the pre-market, we got that sell-off there, large sellers, and then we tested it earlier this morning with some large delta, and you got rejection there, right? So keep an eye on that one as well. If we do find some support, and if I see some bullish price action, I'm interested to possibly scalp it into that 7,710 area. Like using 7,710 as my first target for scalp. I don't think we have any news today after that unemployment claims. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone feeling? What's everyone's vibes? Are you guys bullish, bearish, neutral for now? What's everyone's take? Looking for a pump then dump? Man, I would love it. I would love to see a pump into the 7720, 7725. Where we get rejected. That would be a beautiful. If we get that confirmation, man. What's my view in August PA? It's not my type of trading environment. It certainly isn't. There has been a lot of fake outs based on order flow, right? There's been a lot of fake outs. For me, at least, it's been really tough to kind of pinpoint my entries. I mean, you guys know me. You guys have been watching me for a while. Typically, my entries are tight, right? And we usually get a pretty good read with with the absorptions or low volume nodes. But recently, it's just been tough, and it's due to like those large trades that's coming through, and there's hasn't been any good retests of the zones. You'll see like a large influx, like just move up, move down. Like it's ES has been trading kind of like a Nasdaq on volatility days, but it's been pretty dead during during New York session. Like volume has been very dry. So not the type of environment that I excel in. We're surviving, right? We're not. Our losses are not, taking over account. We're not taking big losses, but certainly we're not, or at least I am. I'm not really outperforming my previous months. So my job, I mean, I've gone through many cycles. My job around these type of price action is conserving one, conserving mental capacity, right? Two, just capital preservation as well. Take these small wins, small paper cuts, and really size up when we start to see some good price action. And my music today is a little upbeat. Is my playlist telling me something today? Let's see. Let's change it. You cut your sizing down a lot. I have as well. I have on the prop firms, but on my personal account, I'm still sizing the same. But definitely my risk has been I've been the thing that I changed, at least for my personal, is that instead of grabbing a full position, I'm giving myself room to add into the trade. That's what I've changed for this month at least. So for example, if I'm usually grabbing three minis at a time, right? What I would do is maybe just grab one or maybe grab two and then add into the confirmation. Would like to hear how you add. I mean, Christine, we did it yesterday, didn't we? That's how I usually. So with my personal, I added at a different price, but with the stream, right? With the prop account, that's how I usually approach it. More so the same, right? So what we did was we grabbed at that absorption, and then because we've had multiple tries at that absorption from yesterday's price action, we got stopped out on one, and then we got in again, right? And then we added to that 7740 level for a confirmation for more upside. I think it's a perfect example. So and honestly, that was the only reason why we got out of that day green, right? Remember, we had two losses. You guys were here. We took two losses. Each entry was 3 micros. We lost about 5 points on each trade. And then that last trade, right, we grabbed 6 micros for I think it was a 10 to 12 point gain. So we erased all the losses, those two losses that we made, and we were green for the day. So if you're looking, if you for any of you guys are looking for guidance, I mean, I'm guessing you guys are, right? Since you guys are here tuning into the stream. But my advice, not financial advice, is that how I you guys know how many trades I take during the stream. It's usually if we get one win, right? And if it's about 10 to 15 points, I'm usually done for the day. Right? Unless I see another setup, but typically I'm already done for the day. But if I'm taking losses, it's usually 3 losses for the day. So if you guys are looking to kind of, I wouldn't say follow the trades that I take, but just plan to take 3 trades, 3 losing trades, and plan your risk around that. If you know what I'm trying to say. Always try to have a set limit of dollar risks for the day. For example, if you're only willing to risk maybe $300 for the day, and we're planning to take 3 losing trades, right? Your risk has to be $100 per trade. So you had to position size based on that risk. Anyways, so I'm just watching the market right now. The Nasdaq here getting rejected at that level that we talked about. Right, Nasdaq here, as you can see, at that 29,460. That's where we're getting rejected currently. If we can sustain value above here, get a little bit of push up. Let's look for a retracement there. Also keep an eye on on ES here, the 7720 to 7725. go based on SPY risk. $1 in SPY is 10 points in ES. Are you trading options, Dawson? Nice. I do my levels based on cash market only. Overnight sessions don't mean anything to me. Same, but unless there's a crazy move like this, or if there's any large trades that occurs. For example, for today, right? These are important levels for me because there's a large deltas at these levels. But typically, yeah, I don't usually put a lot of emphasis on levels that are created during pre-market session or overnight session. Not seeing much liquidity, like big liquidities above or below price right now. All right, Mark. Let's do something. 15-minute has now been 15 orb has now been formed. Let me remove this 7710. Nasdaq getting rejected here currently. Yeah, keeping an eye on that 7700 DK. The thing is, if we do see some action here at the 7700, we gotta keep in mind that as long as we're above this 7692 level or 7690, any trades here trying to play the bounce here is valid. Just for reference, all right. This music is better. Yeah, I like more of a calming music background. Hey Nathan, how's it going? Do you see buyer's absorption here? No, I'm not seeing anything. Are you seeing anything? Do you see any sell delta or not buyer's absorption? You mean sellers, right? Because we're coming down. Or you mean if we're going up, buyer's absorption? I'm not really seeing anything yet. Okay, taking low soon. Yeah, almost there. Again, this whole blue zone here, right? This is your previous all-time high level. This is where we bounced, I believe, yesterday. Is anyone is anyone over August and can't wait for this month to be over, trading wise? Because I'm actually first time in a while that I'm feeling mentally exhausted, to be honest. And the thing is, I find myself in the last couple days, I found myself trading for 5 to 6 hours, which is crazy to me. You marked out some zero prints from 76777679 from the August 4th pump. You might try to revisit that first since ES is so close. Yeah, you can use that. So DK, yeah, you can use that as your targets, but don't have too much of a bias, right? Don't base your whole trading plan for today saying that hey, that's gonna get filled today. So just have a level that you can kind of you can use that as your target, right? If you're looking to short, because it's and I'm also speaking out loud for myself because I've done that. August suck. 100% just happy to make it out green this month. Yeah, definitely coming out green on my personal, but I'm really this has been this 50K accounts. I have 5 of them. It's been jeez, a month, 5 weeks now. It's been 5 weeks and I haven't passed it. And the thing is, the reason why is because I can't size up. Like you guys see me, I haven't been able to size up. Yes, I'm always copying always 5 on each firm, 5 accounts. So right now, I already have, you guys have seen it. I already have 3 funded 25Ks on Lucid. I have 5 50K flex right now that I'm uh, trying to pass. I haven't traded the 25K funded at all since I passed them. I have 35 funded accounts. I haven't traded them as well. So I have some on reserve. I'm just waiting for the right market condition that my strategy excels in, and this is not it. What risk do you apply on the 50Ks? Watch the stream, Ivo. Instead of me explaining it, just watch the stream and how I manage the trades on a day-to-day basis. If you're new here, watch the previous live streams. I'm pretty open with and transparent with my trades and how I risk my stop loss. You'll see when I position in right here in the middle. That's why I have this trade tab here. So you guys can see when I enter, where I enter, what position size I get into, and all that. Unfortunately, I can't show you my personal account because it's on another computer. Trading both, trading prop and personal. Slowly drifting away from props and going back to a live personal. Um, why is that, Dawson? What's the reason? Still not seeing anything, by the way. I know we're just talking here, or I'm just yapping, but I'm not seeing anything. I'll trust me. I'll stop talking once I see it. I'll stop everyone from typing. Sizing. Uh, if you're looking to leverage your capital, right, and I'm talking 5 times, 10 times, right, with risking just a tiny portion of your capital, I would do it. I would honestly do it. I don't think I'd stop trading props. If anything, I'll copy trade them, right? Use your personal and copy trade them. Copy trade your prop accounts. And if you're talking about sizing, let's say if you're trying your trading style is you're risking more on your personal, then you can do a you can tweak it, right? So for example, if you're usually trading 10 to 15 contracts on your personal, you can set your props to just copy trade maybe 1/4 of that positioning. So do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's things you can do to tweak it to be able to do it. And I'm saying this because prop firms are not. I don't think they're going to be around for that long. Like with this type of services that they're providing, where you can leverage with a very small amount of money. And I would like you guys. I would take I would take advantage of it. Are all your Lucid accounts flex? Yes, they're flex. I have. Wait, is my 25K flex? Let me check. But these 50Ks are flex. Yes. I wouldn't recommend grabbing. I wouldn't recommend grabbing direct fundeds unless one you have a strategy that you can use that is has a high success rate, and you've already taken payouts and you've proven yourself that you can take payouts, right? Then you can go into direct funded. All right, here's the 7,700, guys. Keep an eye on this one. And I wouldn't even recommend copy trading 5 accounts if you haven't taken any payouts, or if you haven't found a strategy that you can use in the market that is that has a good success rate. a lot of retail traders' problem is they want the results now. Like they want instant gratification, and I'm guilty of that too, right? And that's the reason. That's one of the big reasons why they fail. No, since I personally like putting focus on personal capital, but I see the value of props. Sometimes I just don't see the value of trading through an eval and then funded just for a payout. I can make that on personal at that same time. No, I mean I totally agree. But for some traders here that don't want to put, I don't want to risk that much capital in trading, right? Or not confident enough to trade their personal. I mean that's another route that they can use. But I understand what you're trying to say. So 7,700 right now got tested, right? And we're somewhat seeing some activity there, but nothing yet to kind of make me pull the trigger. I like these bids that are coming in, as you can see, as price is pushing up. Just one piece of information. If you're looking to trade this, like I said, your confirmation for a breakout, right, off of the 7,700 bounce is if you want to get above 7712. If you can get above 7712, I think a high a day can be taken out into that 7720 level. That's where our supply is. But right now, just watching. Crazy to see that all these new accounts going to 1 day passes. Yeah. I mean, did you see Take Profit? 3 days now instead of 5 days, and they've never changed that. Like, this is the first time they ever changed it to 3 days. But guys, I know you guys. So you guys are probably wondering why I don't partner or I don't show my codes on any of the prop firms. I mean, I do have I do have codes on some of them, but I don't show them because there's a new there's a new firm that's coming into town that's going to change the game, in my opinion. So stay tuned, and I'm more than likely going to be partnering with them and exclusively be partnering with them, and you'll see why. Looking for a long near 7698 levels. That's the opening price. Certainly an area of interest that we can watch out for. Can't tell you yet. I'll let you know more soon. Probably in the next maybe 15 to 30 days. So seeing some activity here at the 7700s again, but again, I'm not seeing anything that indicating that we're gonna see some action here or we're gonna bounce here. I think it's gonna break the 7700. We might get like a quick move to the downside to like sweep some liquidities. Dawson said, "We'll love to see a firm with a more attractive life program." Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, here's the break of the 7700. I'd like to see like a really aggressive move to the downside, right, where it immediately yanks it back above 7700. I might take that entry. Did you guys see any indication to short this at these levels? I didn't really see anything. Yeah, nothing. It's already 10 o'clock too. First 30 minutes of market open. All right, we just tested the opening price and also the low of day today. Currently testing that. We got about 49 people watching here today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys haven't done so already, could you guys please smash that like button? We have about 10 likes. Can we get to like 25 to 30? Appreciate it. All right, seeing some aggressive buyers here coming in at the 7700s right here. Lots of orders got filled. There's a lot of small aggressive orders. So keeping an eye on that one. I don't know. I think I need maybe I need above 7705 for me to get in this. I think I need to see above 7705. I'm gonna put an alert there. That can also be our confirmation for more upside if we do decide to play this long. So Again, just watching for now. There's another 7,700 guy got filled there on an aggressive buy order. It's hard to see here on the heat map, but if you look at the time and sales, you'll be able to see it, right? I saw it right here, and then I'm starting to see here again. So if you guys have your either your DOM, depth of market, or your time and sales, you'll be able to see it clearly. That's 7,700. So there's a player there, and I think he's long. So here's the 7705. Let's watch this. I like this now. Where's NASDAQ right now currently? AMP doesn't. Who are you using? Yeah, 7,700 is still there. The thing is, I think the confirmation would be the 7705 reclaim. I think if we can get above that, right? We were seeing the 7,700 um activity, right? I think I want to see a 7705 reclaim. Ninja Trader. Yeah, the thing is that was my first broker. And guess what? I bought the lifetime license. I only used it for 1 year. You did it slow, yeah. Yep. It was no, I got it for cheap. I think I got it for was it 12? I think it was 12.99. I think it was 12.99. And then I got free data for 3 months. only use it for a year. Same, same does it. That was me, and that's when I started trading futures. When I wanted to play, when I wanted to dive into futures. I think that was in 20. I'd say 21 or 22. Because I traded options before I traded futures. There wasn't one 10 years ago. Yeah, I wasn't trading 10 years ago. I started in 2018, but I wasn't actively trading. I was just investing. And then 2020, I mean, I think everyone is. That's when I started really getting into options, like actively trading on options. And then I quit my job, my 9 to 5 job at 2021 in 2021 because I thought I made it, right? Just like everyone did when the market was just going up. Lost a lot of money, and then I found a consulting job. I did that while I was trading. Made made everything I lost and then some. And then 2023, that's when things started to pick up. All right, sellers are coming in here now. Keep an eye here. 7698. Seeing some aggressive sellers stepping in. And what's price doing? We're kind of hovering here. The thing is, it's not really big orders. I'm not really seeing any big orders here. What was your? I'm gonna count. Now you guys know why I trade order flow, because I love numbers. I like to see numbers. I'm not really seeing much, guys. Keeping an eye here on the 7690 to 92. Time to focus up. Time to focus up. It's at our area of interest. Here's the plan. Pay attention. If we do find some buyers participant at this level, 7692, 7690, where we push up, oops, right? We test this level, we get a little bit of a push up here. I might take a late entry. I might take an entry at 7700, right? Size down, half position. Our confirmation for more upside is if we can break above 7705. Right? If we break above 7705, we get a good confirmation just like yesterday. I'm going to add here, and that's going to be our full position, and we'll look to target high day with a final target of 7720 to 7724. All right, that's going to be the plan. 500 lots, buy side, limit order there, 7694, passive order. More right below it, 7693. Again, those are just passive resting order. They might spoof it. This trade will be invalidated if we start breaking below 7690. Negative delta there, as you can see here in the footprint, 800 at 7694. You can also see that here, 1200 negative delta on a delta profile. It's a new low there on ES. Look at that, just popping out of nowhere. What in the world? I didn't see anything there, guys. I know we're seeing the pop. I know it's popping right out of our area of interest, but honestly, I did not see anything there. Look at that pop. Yes, we're now seeing, we saw that large seller there, right? So let's keep an eye on that one. 7694. That could also be viewed as a passive buyer getting filled at that level. I'm still interested in it, but I wasn't able to take an entry there. I don't know what that pop was about. Watching this 7696 to 7692. I'll keep an eye on that one. Again, 7696 to 7692. Seven six nine six currently acting as support, but again, I'm not comfortable, to be honest. I'm not comfortable getting into this trade currently. I might miss it. I honestly might miss it. I mean, I like the 7696 bounce. Was anyone able to get into that? The 7696? Along the 96? Yeah, the thing is, be careful. Low volume push here. Literally low volume push, low volume push. I think I'll be more comfortable getting at the 70, a reclaim of 7705. Just be careful if you got in the 96. If the 705 rejects, you might want to exit out, right? But if you get above the 7705, this might be our ad here. If there was big orders that came through, aggressive orders, all right, keep an eye here, guys. Lots of buy side liquidity, buy side orders coming in here at the 7708, and price is struggling. Just keep an eye on that. This is kind of a bearish price action, guys. If you guys are in the long, be careful. You guys have seen this plenty of times, what absorption looks like, all right? Look at the footprint. I want to short this. I want to short this. I'm going to adjust this level. Here. Buyer's absorption. Appreciate it, Kenfo. Have a good one. Watching 7704. Okay, 7704 to 7705. Sorry, 7704 to 7703. That might be my area of entry for short, and my stop loss is going to be above 7710. All right, stop loss is going to be 7710. I will look for an entry within around this 7704, 7703. Just waiting for confirmation. And I'll look to target 7690s, like the 92s to 90s. kidding me? I think I missed it. Oh my god, 7703. 7703 to the tick. All right. Missed the long entry at 7696. Missed the entry at 7703. Now just watching. IB has now just been formed, 1030. Some big orders got filled there on NASDAQ around that 29,340s. Any of you guys in a position, long or short? I'm already feeling myself FOMOing into this. And I know myself. I'm gonna do some irrational decision. That's gonna be out of my plan. And I'm gonna be making some mistakes if I don't control it. I already know it. I'm already feeling it. So I gotta calm down and reset. All right, I'm in here. 7701. My stop loss, I had to put it above 7708. So 7709. I'm in 3 micros. I might cut it out early if I see any bullish price action here. But I'm in short 7701. I might add into this if we start to see, if we break the 7696, I might add into this. If NASDAQ can stay below 29,400, it'll be a good sign. I don't like that. I don't like this, the 7702. We push up and you're kind of rebidding there. They just removed that order. Watching it here. Testing the absorption level right now currently. This would have been a really good entry. That would have been a really good entry at the 77.06. That's where your absorption was came in. We're back to our entry point, but we need to break below 76.96 here. I'm gonna remove this blue zone. So watch this 98s to 96. This needs to break with ease. And if we do, if I see more aggressive sellers stepping in, I'm gonna add into this position. But if not, I'll just let it, you know, I'm just gonna stay with three micros here. Not the perfect entry. I think the retest off of those I mean, this is hindsight, right? A retest of those absorption levels would have been an A plus entry there, right? Again, we need to break below the 98s and the 96. If we stay supported here, I think we might bounce here and possibly break that absorption level there. Watching it here, guys. Getting a little bit of a pump. Another choppy day. Jeez. More aggressive buys there at the 77.05, 77.04s. Are those going to get absorbed or are we going to push up here more? Right? There's more there coming in. Keeping an eye on the NASDAQ as well. We are about to test that 29,400. Thinking about adding into this. But I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing the aggression here on the sellers. There's definitely passive sellers that are absorbing these orders. Now we just need to see aggressive sellers stepping in. And I think it's going to come in at that 7696 to 7698 break. I think this is where they're going to start getting aggressive, right? The only thing I don't like is our entry. Our entry is really shitty. 7701. Really bad entry. I would have wanted it at that 7704. We might get stopped out here. Yeah, I got stopped out there. Still keeping an eye around this level. I think I might look for another re-entry here for a short. For a long trade opportunity, for a long idea, same thing, right? The 7696 to 7694. That's going to be my area of interest. For a short, I mean, we're here. We're at this level. This is our area of interest here. In what type of market do you excel? In a not in a choppy market, either trending or you know, it just volatility. If it has volatility, if it has a good, you know, trending type of market, not this type of where you get a move overnight and then you just chop like during New York session. Watching this for another short, guys. The thing is, our stop has got to be above 7710. And confirmation for more downside, again, is going to be that 7696 break. 7696, 7694. Hard to read today. For me, not really. It's just I knew six. I mean, it bounced off of our excuse me demands that we talked about, right? This is where we got that 7690 was off of the pre-market session where we got those large trades, and then we did bounce at that level. And I was looking for a 7696 entry, missed it, and then I was looking for a short here, missed it. Um, with that information, I even said it. I even made a comment. I was like, I know I'm gonna make a mistake here if I, because I'm gonna try to FOMO in, which I kind of did. Right, the entry was so shitty there at the 7701, very shitty. So far, an okay type of day. Just the execution is crap right now. A lot of sellers happening coming in here at the 77.10s. If those get absorbed, we might see an impulse move here into high day. Looking for one more trade, guys. Just waiting here now. Are you biased up or down? Currently, we're with the market context right now. Currently, we got the bounce off of that 7690 that we talked about. We're right above the 7705 that we talked about. We're seeing some buyer's absorption here, which is typically bearish, and we're right now trading right above it. So bullish until 7720 to 7724. Right, this will be your target if you know I have a bullish bias right now with the target of this. Bearish if we start to break below the 7696 to 7694. Right, if we start breaking that level, I think we headed lower. Or if we start to come up here, test the supply zone, and if sellers are here, then that will be my bearish bias, bearish plan as well. But currently, with what information we've seen, right? Sellers absorption, buyers absorption here, which we're right above it now, right? Bullish bias currently. One loss so far, about 8-9 points on 3 micros. Like I said, it was a shitty entry. That was me FOMOing into the trade. Now look at this pullback. Lots of buy side delta here on the delta profile. Look at this. Very thick. Is this going to be a look above and fail type of scenario? All right, Nathan, have a good one, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find this. If I can get this one more trade here, this setup. And if it doesn't present itself, I think I'm gonna take the L for today. It might look at it in the afternoon session, see if I find any setup, but looking for one more trade. So you got some buy side liquidity there at 7704 currently. You can see here on the heat map. Not a big amount. It's like less than 100 lots, hovering around 100 lots. That's where the buy side delta came in at. Let's see how those gets filled. What about you guys? Are you guys seeing anything? All I'm seeing is darkness. Oh, jeez. Look at Nasdaq now coming down. Jeez. I think she wants 29,200 test. Managed to cut the trade in small green on that short, sure. I might take another stab at short here, guys. Watching it very closely here on ES. So watching this price fight the yesterday low day in Nasdaq. Yeah, it's like hovering around there. I think you need to start basing above 29,400 to see upside there. So this could live for PM session. I don't think so this week. I am mentally exhausted. Definitely not this week. I might even take tomorrow break, to be honest. Like, I might not trade tomorrow. Watching this closely, guys. Like I said, I might take another stab here. All right, I'm in my last try here. My stop loss is going to be at 712. I really need the 7698 to 7696 7698 break here for this trade to work out. Would I add? Um, I need to see a strong break below the 7696 to 98 for me to add. Because again, this is going to be our area of interest as well, right? For a potential long. So I would really need to see a break, a strong break below there. Again, don't get excited. Don't get excited with this push down. You still need this whole area here is a buy side opportunity for buyers. We need to break the 98s and the 96. Other than that, we're still in a buyer's buying like dip opportunity here. So I mean, look at that push down, like that low volume push down. Like, I don't like that. Like, you're getting these like aggressive pushes, but with low volume. The reason why our confirmation is down here is because that's where we started to see buyers stepping in, right? Once we got this absorption at the lows. If we start to break the 98s to 96 with volume, this is going to put a lot of pressure on these buyers here, right? As you can see here in the Delta profile, you can see here on the large big trades, that's going to put a lot of pressure on these guys, and it's going to force them to sell their positions. And when they sell their positions, that's a fuel to the fire to the shorts. For right now, they're in control. Again, the reason why I got into it is because of this absorption setup, right? You get a little bit of a look above that level and failing. Started to see some sellers stepping in. talking about these sellers here, right, at the 76.10. Sorry, 77.10s right here. Now we're coming up and retesting that level again. Some liquidity showing up at 77.15s. Then we got some passive buyers there as well at the 77.09s. Stopped out there, guys, for 5 points. Two losses. Two losses for today. I have one more. Going for one more. That's my last one. If I lose this one, I'm done for today. Still seeing the absorption that's happening here, and now we're getting a little bit of a push. What was that? Whoa. Whoa. Is that news? That's got to be news. Told you, bro. 700. Got it. Got it, sir. I don't really look at SPX. Wasn't in my plan. Vincent is speaking, supporting the equity indices, whatever that means. So Secretary Besson is speaking. Something just feels odd about the market today. I don't know what it is. Um, we gap down heavy. That's what it is. I mean, the move is happening during the, during. Look at those buyers, guys. Holy moly! Look at those aggressive buys. 100 lots each. Sheesh. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. It's Heatmap. It's from Motivewave. Approaching our supply zone. This is where I want to short, guys. I know, I know. I tried twice already, and I know it failed, but I'm just not. I'm really not. I mean, I'm seeing these aggressive buys, but I'm just not seeing. I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing the long here now. I'm gonna try this one last time. My stop loss is 720. This is gonna be my last trade. I would like price to break below the 77.05s, right? Break this level here. And again, the same. I know it sounds like a broken record, but it's the same process, same setup, same level that I'm watching out for confirmation. 7698 to 7696. I need that to break. I need that to break. Currently up about 5 points here. If the 15s, if we get a little bit of retest here, and if the 15 starts to act as a resistance, I might add into this position. Lots of liquidity below right now, around that 705 and 708. Again, we're up about 5 points here. Also using NASDAQ as my confluence, as you can see here on the NASDAQ, right? Where are we getting rejected at? That supply zone that we talked about this morning, right? So using that as a confluence with this trade. Orders getting filled. We're breaking through them. We're up about 7 points here. Let me adjust this. Up 10 points here, guys. Here's 10 points. Here's 11 points. Watching how the 7705 gets filled. There might be a trap buyer there. We would like that to act as a resistance. We would like this to act as a resistance here. And we need to start pushing down. Move my stop loss to I really don't want to move it. I'll move it to the 715s. I might stop out early, but again, trade is 7 to 10 points in profit. It is up to your decision whether you want to take profits, move your stop loss. It is your trade. We're close to 15 points in profit here, guys. Still, sellers are active. Remember these buyers here? They're becoming stuck. We retested it and it's rejecting. So we want these guys to be put more in pain. Again, 769, 9896. I think if we break that, we can really start pushing here to the downside. Up 15 points here, guys. Up 15 points. So we are now break even for the day. We just erased the last two trades that we've had. Watch this 698 to 696. This is a potential bounce area, like I said. If this breaks, I think we can see some acceleration here to the downside. Watch the 98 to 96. '98 is currently acting as a support. I don't like that we're stalling here. Watching that 7704. Watching this level here. I like that rejection there so far. Would like to add here, but I think I'm just going to let this trade play out because we're still above the 98 to 96. Sellers, they're being active. I don't like how we're pushing up after those sellers came in. All right, I'm out. I'm looking for an entry long here. Watching this 77704 area, the one that I marked out. So watch out for the 7704. A 15-point trade turned into an 8-point trade. Gotta love it. More sellers stepping in here, so keeping an eye here. You're kind of retesting these the absorption that happened in the morning, right? More sellers coming in. I'm gonna try this again, guys. Stops. I might make it tight, but stop for right now is at the 7/10. I'm looking for a break below the 98 to 96. Again, watch the 98 to 96. Still watching. Liquidity now at 7,700. About 1,000 lots. Resting order. It's going to push the market up. It's crazy. Just no continuation whatsoever. Wow, it's already 11:20. I didn't even see that. Passive resting limit order there at 7708, sell side. Can we just flush into the 96 and just break it? Back to break even here again. Anybody else trading this, or are you guys just watching? This is probably going to be my last trade for today. Here's 1,000 lots about to get tested. They just removed it. They put it back down to 7690. Right when it was about to get filled. Crazy. Spoof at its finest. Spoofing. Why does it keep doing that? Traded last night, so just watching. And this is painful. Can we just get the move, please? Either direction. Hovering around that 7,700 again. All right, sellers just trying to step in here. It's gonna move when he stops trading. Up about 4 points here, guys. Looking for a break, a strong break below the 98 and the 96. A strong. I need to see aggressiveness. And I think we can see a revisit of the 92s to 90s really quickly. Imagine August being a beginner's first month to trade. Oh, yeah. That would suck for them. They they would quit today, to be honest. 5 points here. Come on. Just break the 98 and the 96. Get everyone paid. Testing the opening price and the or below here. That's in line with where our 7696, 7698 level is as well. I think I'm gonna call it two. Hard to trade if you don't get a perfect entry. Yeah, it really is. I'm just gonna see how this one pans out. If we hit the 94s, even the 96, 94s, I'll be break even for the day. If we break the 94s, if we hit the 90s, I'll be green for the day. I mean, you guys saw my entries and exits. I mean, I would have been broke even if I just if I just took a profit there at the 98s on this first dump. But no, it was a little greedy. Of course, supreme transparency is key. I always do, except my personal. I don't show my personal. It's on another computer. Low day was just broken on the Nasdaq there. Seems like the Nasdaq moves has been cleaner than ES for today. I have four monitors. I have one monitor for footprints and the DOM. I have one for the Nasdaq and the chat. And then I have one for my options account. And then what you're seeing right now. Because I trade options too. Yeah, it looks like we just don't want to break here. We really don't want to break here. All right, guys, I might call it a day. Um, I might scratch this trade. Currently hovering at our entry price. Kind of don't want to leave because we're in the position. I'd be low bounce on Nasdaq. Yeah, it's just too slow for my liking. I've been trading Nasdaq for a while now. Studying Nasdaq price action for a long time. For a long time, eh? Maybe the real break of level was the friends we made alone. That's a great way to look at it, Jamal. Another buy side delta there at 77.05. Right here. So a lot of orders coming in here at this level, the 77.05 to 77.08. So mark that on your charts, guys. This is somewhat of an important level. Yeah, all right, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna let this run out. My stop loss is gonna be at 77.10. Again, I'm looking for a 7696 break, and if we break that into the 7690s, this will be my first target, right? But if this breaks, everyone, I think it's gonna be a clean, fast move into the overnight low, which is right around that 7680. Do mark your chart right at the 7705 to 7708, right? A lot of large participants at that level, um, and it's looking like an absorption, right? So again, not a good, honestly, not a good day to trade for, especially for the ES. I mean, we're just literally chopping after having that move down during the pre-market or overnight session. So uh, just make sure you guys understand that, and we're in the range bound market currently. Expect a continuation whether we break, the downside of that, the bottom of that range, or the upside or the top of that range. Until then, just trade the range. The only reason why I'm in this trade, or the only reason I'm holding this trade, because I'm already in this trade, right? So just watching to see how this pans out. But as always, guys, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. I'll see you guys. I might not see you guys tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you guys know next. I might take a break, but we'll keep you guys updated in Discord and on X. All right. Have a good one, guys. Peace.